The Cowboys come up short in a high-scoring, ugly affair. 49-38. The Cleveland Browns improve to 3-1. Dallas is now 1-3, and quite honestly, a miracle onside kick away from being just 0-4. The Cowboys offense, well, after a good second and third drives, faltered because of some turnovers. They got back in it. Dak throws for 500 yards. But I think the main takeaway from this game, folks, this defense sucks. And I don't know any way to sugarcoat it at all. I would love to if I could. I'll always tell it like it is. This defense is ass, my dudes. It sucks. So in terms of who I blame for the loss, I'll let you guys in on a secret. If you allow 49 points to the opposing team, yes, you can blame others. But the guys who get the most blame, unquestionably, are on the defensive side of the ball. You allowed Cleveland to score 49. So get your votes in. If you want to blame Jerry, that's fine too. He is the owner after all. But defense as a whole, that's where I assign my blame. Now, you guys can't say Earl in the comments, but let's update you guys on Earl Thomas. He allegedly would like to sign with the Cowboys. That's not a huge surprise there, but I think in general, Earl Thomas wants to sign somewhere. The Cowboys have been hesitant and refused to do so far because they had concerns about the off the field, about the locker room, about all that stuff. Well, guess what? You're 1-3, and your defense somehow has more holes than Swiss cheese in it. So at some point, maybe you consider making a change and you say, you know what? Let's gamble and take a gamble and sign Earl Thomas. At this point, I say do it. Because this secondary and this defense is just bad. Now, we'll discuss Darian Thompson more in depth later on, but I want you guys to get your votes in. And this will be the pinned comment on today's video. What should the Cowboys do with Earl Thomas? If you want them to sign him, type in S for sign. If you want to pass, type in your P. Let me know what you guys think, especially if you get the ad break here on YouTube. Let's talk about Dak Prescott right now. Was he perfect? Nope. Had the interception late in the game, although to be honest, I'm blaming Amari Cooper for that one. He just kind of stopped his route. I don't really get it. Clearly, Dak wanted to go to his trustworthy guy, and I think that was on Cooper. Had the fumble because Terrence Steele sucks as well. But folks, once again, and my analogy is going to be one Tony Romo, because I do think Cole Myers' earlier super chat today was spot on. When you're dropping 500 yards through the air, when you're throwing 4 touchdowns against 1 interception, it's probably not your fault. In fact, Dak should not get blamed for this loss. Now, if you're worried about how you build a team around Dak Prescott because you haven't paid him yet, that's a fair discussion. We will have that discussion later on. But right now, if you ignore the rest of the cap, I mean, Dak's your guy. Dak is the only reason you didn't lose 48-10. So, but if your options are pay Dak or don't pay Dak, you should probably pay Dak. I'm going to type in my Y for yes. I do want to discuss here Lael Collins, some updates from yesterday here. He's out for the year. So your right side of the line, that was pretty bad today, isn't going to get any better. Now, Brandon Knight, I thought, fared better here after he took over for an ineffective and an outright benched Terrence Steele, who got replaced because he sucked. But it's not the same. And I'd love to move Joe Looney over to right guard and put Zach Martin at right tackle, but as we'll get into in a little bit, might not be an option. So in terms of the internal replacements, we did break that down on Friday. It is available on the channel, which you would have known if you were subscribed. So hit that big red button and subscribe today to the Dallas Cowboys Report. I promise you guys that no one will keep you more updated on the Dallas Cowboys, all the ups and the downs, than we will here at Chat Sports. I think Knight, by the way, to get back to this discussion, I think he's your option. Now, this was entering today's game, and it's going to be even more in favor of Brandon Knight. Really, once the Cowboys moved to Knight, the offensive line seemed better. Terrence Steele, he just got worked, man. I mean, the first couple plays, they didn't look good. Dak, for some reason, drifted to the right side, led to a sack, but then Terrence Steele got roasted and allowed a strip sack. I think the answer is pretty obvious for this upcoming question. I think you play Brandon Knight. Now, you guys can get your votes in here, but I'm going to type in my BK, and not because I'm hungry, but because at this stage in their careers, I trust Brandon Knight a lot more than I trust Terrence Steele. Now, to be honest, that's not actually saying all that much, but it's not like you have a lot of great options. I'm going to type in my BK, but get your votes in. BK for Brandon Knight or TS for Terrence Steele. Let's go to Joe Looney now. As promised, Looney left the game today with an injury. Now, it was an apparent leg injury as of right now, and I suppose it's possible I'm missing it, but probably not. Or if it comes out later, of course, we'll update you guys. No update on his status. Tyler Biadasz took over at center, and I don't want to cheer for an injury. I never want to do that. But I do want to say that I think that Tyler Biadasz is a better center right now than Joe Looney. So it sucks that the injury happened, but it might be better long-term for the Cowboys to have Biadasz in at center as opposed to Joe Looney, long-term and short-term. Now, maybe you can get creative. You can move Joe Looney to right guard, kick Martin out to right tackle, maybe even put Looney at left guard, although I thought Sewell was fine in today's game, but he might miss some time. If he does, we will keep you guys updated, so make sure you're subscribed. Today's show is made possible by our friends over at BetUS. Head over to chatsports.com/bet and use the promo code you see on your screen, Cowboys125. You get a 125% deposit bonus if you guys do that. That's chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code Cowboys125 to get that sweet, sweet deposit bonus. Let's discuss now one Mike Nolan. Now, I actually felt okay about his hiring because he was a veteran guy. He was going to be more multiple. There were going to be some creative adjustments and all of that. It's been bad. And not only has it been bad, it has been historically garbage. This is the first time the Cowboys allowed 38 points or more in 3 straight games. I should add that note there, my bad. In 3 straight games since the first time they were a damn football team. Let that sink in for a second. In 3 straight games, the Cowboys have allowed 38 or more points for the first time since they opened up as a franchise. 39 against the Falcons, 38 against the Seahawks, 38 against the Browns. We made a joke. We had jokes about the Cowboys being Team 40 Burger. If they were Team 40 Burger, they'd be 4-0. That's the only way they're, or 3-1. That's the only way they're going to win games right now. There's no way around it. This defense sucks. They're bad. And it's not just one level. Week 3, they had busted coverages. Week 4, let this sink in, folks. Week 4, the Dallas Cowboys allowed 307 yards on the ground. 307. Are you fucking kidding me? How do you allow 300 yards to a team that lost their number 1 back to an injury in the first quarter? They suck. I like the Mike Nolan signing. I say fire him, man. I mean, something's got to change. Like, this is bad. This is unacceptable. And you know what? We mentioned Earl Thomas earlier. Earl Thomas alone is not going to fix this. There's no way. There is not a single player in the NFL that could come in and magically fix everything for the Cowboys. So, I see a lot of FNs. I've seen 4 games. I think he's got to go. I'm going to type in my head. Hope I'm wrong, but he's got to go. I did want to mention here also everyone's favorite safety, Donovan Wilson. He took over in I think it was the first quarters when he took over, again after Darian Thompson got roasted on a play-action trick play and let Odell Beckham score on him. They brought in Wilson instead, and I want to go back and look, but in terms of impact, I felt Wilson's impact more. Now, that might not be a good thing. That might mean that at times Donovan Wilson got beat a little bit more often, but the sack was kind of a bit of a deceptive sack. Baker slid down if he was about to get sacked, so I think Chris Noster got it honestly, but Wilson tapped him down. It's okay. I don't think it was perfect, but in that, Wilson Woods both more or less playing free safety option, he made more plays. I'll take it. Now his stats entering this year were only two tackles. He had 10 today. I keep him out there. I would go explore a Darian Thompson acquisition, but the Cowboys secondary, I thought Wilson was better, but again, I'm trying to be honest and forthright here. It's not saying much. This team is not good. So I know Wilson made some more plays. I'm down to give him the reps, next week unless the Cowboys add a safety, because I think he's better than Darian Thompson. This team is just not good. That's my big conclusion today. It's a bad football team. Now, a bad football team still might win the NFC East in all honesty. But they got to figure out something on defense, because right now, who's making plays? Aldon Smith made plays in week 3, was a non-factor and got roasted on the Odell Beckham reverse. Someone's got to emerge. It's got to be multiple guys. As of right now, I got no options for this Cowboys team. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.